Roll. It's in my head. We're not ending. We wiping the screen down. Wipe me down. Be right back. Ugh. What up, Twitchily, YouTube, IG, we're all live and streaming. What it do? Yes, this is a live stream, so this is pre-recorded for my YouTubers. For my folks that are on YouTube and subscribe to Little Miss ODT Parker, I appreciate you. Waiting for some folks to jump on and then we'll get into today's topic. Interesting one today. Very interesting to see how this one is going to sway. But I kind of have an idea of how my folks are going to receive this one here. So, because I'm super late, but I had some work I had to do. So, please forgive my tardiness, IG. Because, yeah, we usually rocking and rolling at 2 o'clock. Again, for my YouTubers, because it's going to get reposted later. This is a pre-recorded stream. What up, got you, Opening Auntie? You my first contestants. What's today? Thursday? Happy Thursday to you, my brother. I still got to look at a date. Got you, Opening Auntie. I didn't forget. So, please don't think I forgot. Got you, Opening Auntie. Like I said, I'm just waiting for some other folks to hop on and then we'll get into today's topic. Got you, Opening Auntie. You were like my first person to hop on here today. So yeah, just waiting to rock and roll. And then we'll get into the topic, or we'll get into this topic and then people will have to catch up. But it's like when I get into the topic, I gotta repeat it 50,000 times. Yeah, I didn't forget about you, my brother. I got you. But okay, let's go ahead and attempt to do this. What up, mama? You're right on time. We're going to talk about something you posted yesterday with this birthday song. All right, did you guys see this video? In my mind, or you've already seen it. Mother says her son's elementary school teacher subject him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing a funny song. I'll just play it so you can hear it. Want to hear? Here go.
Yes.
And how old are you now?
6.
You're 6? You're sure you're not 60?
Okay.
I'm in 6.
You're 6. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo.
In fact, she thought she was in a harmony chair.
Like a monkey, and you smell like 1, 2. Give a clap, everybody.
What's the teacher look like? Nah. Can I say something though? Cause, I think we sung this song as kids, but I think we sung it, well, it was of course a negative song, but yeah. It was a negative. It wasn't like a song intended. I think it was a song when we was trying to make fun of somebody's birthday or something when we were kids. But I do remember hearing the song as a kid. I'm not even gonna hold you. What up, Chev? So, we're talking about today. Mother says her son's elementary school teacher subject him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing a funny song. I just played it. I'll replay the video in a second. Mama said, someone said, is this teacher unalived? I mean, and he's the only little black boy, which is crazy, in the class singing this song. Again, I'm familiar with the song. I am familiar with the song. What up, S-Squads? I am familiar with this song, but again, I think we did it like when we were on the playground to tease the other, like if it was their birthday, we like teased them. Hey T-Knox. Today we're talking about this racist happy birthday song that this teacher decided to sing to a black student. I'm going to play the video back, but mother says her son's elementary school teacher subject him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing a funny song. Let's take a listen to what was said again.
From his teacher.
Yes.
And how old are you now?
6.
You're 6? You're sure you're not 60?
I'm in 6.
You're 6. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like 1, 2. Give a clap, everybody.
Okay, and she thought that was funny. Got you open ENT, Mama bless early solar return, because y'all birthdays are in a couple days. Mama said the song should have not been sung, and asking him if he was sure he was not 60. Yeah, she was out of pocket for that. Because, okay, now you don't... I mean, she was out of pocket for that. But, I mean, like I said... Right, Chev, I remember this song. I remember this song. Like, I remember this song. Like, I remember as kids, we sung this song. To other kids, I think. I remember this song, though. Got you open ENT, said Mama, you ready for your turn up? Mama said nothing funny about her stupid song. I mean, no, it was nothing funny about the song, but I do remember us, that song somewhere being in my childhood. Got you open ENT, Mama said, I'm still trying to figure it out what I'm doing, LOL. Got you open ENT said, nah, nothing funny. And we sang to kids we didn't rock with. Right. I don't remember a teacher ever singing that song to us, but I do remember us as kids singing that song. Mama said, the kids' song, it's not the adults. Yeah, she was out of pocket. I mean, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. She was definitely out of pocket. And the fact that he's the only I see another little black boy. But, I mean, and then asking his age. She sounds like it. Chev. Mama said, yeah, and in Florida. Got you open ENT, said the teacher would tell us to stop. Right. I remember us singing the song like it was to tease others, like when it was your birthday. I remember getting the song sang to me before on the bus or something to that sort, because, you know, kids can be cruel and whatnot. Got you open ENT, said very much so. But I don't ever remember a teacher or us singing this actual song in a classroom setting. She could have did the black happy birthday. I mean, for all that. I'm just saying. She could have did the black happy birthday for all of that. Mama said, with all the racist stuff going on, she would have known better. You would think she would have known better, but clearly not, yeah. And the kids, and the other little kids in the back just laughing and smirking. I'm just like, okay. If I have any new folks, we're talking about the racist happy... Hey, Tara. Welcome, just in time. We're talking about the racist happy birthday song sung to a black student. So, a mother says her son's elementary school teacher subjected him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing a funny song. And I'll play it again since we got some new folks on here.
Son from his teacher.
Yes.
And how old are you now?
6.
You're 6? You're sure you're not 60?
I'm in 6.
You're 6. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like 1, 2.
It was like she was waiting for that moment, child. What up, King Cass? It was like she was waiting for that moment, child. So I don't know if you, some of you, my new folks, seen the video, heard the video of the racist happy birthday song sung by a teacher to a little black boy. I just played it. I'll play it again in a second when we get some more folks that come on. Chev said no teacher would sing to students. Crazy. Mama said the question was, should she be fired? Well, should she be fired? My question is, what are your thoughts? Should she be fired for this? Should she be fired? Good question, Mama. Got you open ENT said, Malcolm said it best. We are a fool to let our enemies teach, care, or have our babies. And this is definitely one reason why. Mom said, where are all the male parents on this one? And Got You Open ENT said, when she started, she sounded like Marilyn Monroe. Said, exactly. She sounded like she wanted to be a showgirl. Girl, stop. Stop. Okay, stop the madness. But, yeah, again, I remember hearing this song growing up, but I don't ever remember a grown adult singing this song. You know what I'm saying? Not that I can remember. Not that my memory can serve me. I do remember us as kids singing it to one another, but that was only to poke. Tara said definitely not appropriate. Do you think she should be fired, Tara? Sheb said she should be disciplined, not necessarily fired, but put on probation. Why don't you feel like she should be fired, Sheb? Just, question. Your inquiring minds would like to know. Just want to know why you feel like she should keep her good job. Mama said I would have punched her in the mouth. If you was the mama, you would have punched her in the mouth. What up, baby rock? We're talking about today. And for anybody else that just got on here, again, I'll play this clip back in a second. Did you see the video where the little boy, the teacher was singing a racial happy birthday song to him in the classroom? Mother says her son's elementary school teacher subject him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing a funny song. I'll play the song again. I'll play the clip again. Tara said, I don't think she should be fired, but definitely reprimanded. That's interesting. Why do you guys feel like she shouldn't be fired? I just want to know. And let's play this clip.
A son from his teacher.
Joey Cakes, we're talking about the racial happy birthday song sung to the little black boy. I don't know if you saw the video floating around social media where the mother saying the elementary school subject the boy to racial jokes on his birthday. So I'm playing the clip now. So if you haven't heard it, here it goes.
To my son from his teacher.
Yes.
And how old are you now?
6.
What up, 1985?
6? You're sure you're not 60?
I'm in 6.
You're 6. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey. And you smell like 1, 2. Give a clap, everybody.
All right, so now that you heard the audio, 1985, we're talking about, I don't know if you saw the video with the teacher and the racial happy birthday song she sung to a little black boy in school in the classroom. Mother says her son's elementary school teacher subject him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing that song. Let me read some of y'all comments. Got you opening. He said, on the flip side, she may not really meant any ill intentions and was just trying to be silly and funny. However, where we are now, you have to think how things would look from the outside in. Joey Cake said, oh, hell no, I saw that. Joey Cake said she shouldn't have made it past that day. Got you open ENT said, 1985, greetings, sir. Mama said to you, got you open ENT, saying you look like a monkey and smell like one too. What delusional world is she living in? Tara said, I would have to know more details about the teacher and her background. Joey Cake said, she had to know that was offensive. Got you open ENT said, Mama, yeah, true, Mama. Some people don't think, they just do. 1985 said, what's good, bro? And what up, Healing Hurt Ministries? And 1985 said, this is sad, man. 1985, what would you do if this teacher did this to your son? What would you do? Should this teacher be fired? Tara is saying she needs more details to make that decision. I know, Chev, you said maybe not fired, but maybe reprimanded. I'm not going to hold you, again, out of pocket for what she did. What up, Tizzle? Tizzle, we're talking about the, I don't know if you've seen the video. What up, Tizzle? I promise. Anyway, but we're talking about, the teacher that sung the racial happy birthday song to a black student. Mother says the elementary school teacher subject him to racial jokes on his birthday while singing a funny song. I'll play the clip again for my new folks that just got on here. Here we
A
go.
song to my son from his teacher.
Yes.
And how old are you now?
6.
You're 6? You're sure you're not 60?
I'm in 6.
You're 6. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy
That's not it. Hold on. That's not it.
to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like one too.
Okay. So I was gonna say something. Again, I've heard this song before. Like when I was growing up as a kid. Not amongst adults, but I heard this song sang before. We would do it to poke fun at the person's birthday it was. Or whatever. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I've heard it before. But I ain't making no boy, because she should have known better. But I'm just saying, I have heard this song growing up. Like, this ain't my first time hearing this song. What up? Got you opening and see. I see you. Hold on, let me read some of these. Let me read some of these comments. I know you were commenting too. 1985 said, I'm reporting her and removing him from her class. I wouldn't trust that. She has my son's best interest at heart. And Mama said 1985, exactly. Thought it was funny. F out of here. Got you opening to you're on here now, but I'll read your comment. If my son, daughter, or grandson came and told me about this, I definitely have spaz. Baby Barack, it's amazing how they crucify us for speaking badly about that guy who just recently passed away, but can give him a pass for give them a pass for ish like this. I understand where you're coming from. 1985 said, I wouldn't get her fired. I don't believe in taking people's livelihood, but she definitely needs to be reported. I would also want to see if she sings the same song to the other students on their birthdays. Mama said she should have just said the happy birthday song, and that's enough. Tara said, that stupid song's been around forever. We used to sing it for a laugh, but it shouldn't be sang at school, especially to a black kid, and after they already sang one. Joey Cake said, I know what it's like to feel like an outcast. It's bad enough coming from a student, but how does a child respond to this? I'm sorry, we got a lot of comments. What up, Skire and Carice? Tizzle said, oh, okay, so it's offensive if her intent was to poke fun and insult the kid. Okay, so if it's offensive if her intent was to poke fun and insult the kid. That's the question, Tizzle? Baby Barack sounds like she wasn't serious, but you never know with them. Either way, she deserves a good ass kicking for G off GP.
GB.
Yeah,
For telling
1985.
purposes.
Right. If there is a video of her singing the same song to white Hispanic kids in her class too, I might not trip as hard. Um, Mom said, "Good question. Does she sing it to the white kids also?" And Joey Cake said, "And she had the nerve to record it, and the nerve. That's what I said." Tizzle said, "I do. I don't like it, but we as black people are always super effing sensitive due to the fact that we've always been treated as such. I'm not sure and can't call this one." Okay, Tizzle, I like your perspective. You got a different one. You're not sure. Mama said it shouldn't be sung by any adult in authority. And that's why I said 1985. I mean, not 1985. I'm sorry. Got you opening ENT. I always do that to y'all. Got you opening ENT. The reason why I say that is because I've heard the song before.
Yeah,
I've
I've told you. We sung it to kids growing up that, that we didn't rock with, like just to poke fun at them. However, my only thing is just like baby, what up, baby rock, but just like King said, like we've always been the butt of these dumbass jokes. Like for real. Like from I don't know, from when your mom was young and passed on. So when we hear and see things of such nature and magnitude, we're quick to always be on the defensive. Now, to give the benefit of the doubt, you may not be like that and thought it was a cute little funny song and try to be, but then at the same token, you gotta look at the climate and where we at right now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we're I can't even call it leadership, but whatever that person is up there is creating this avenue and this vibe all the way around. Like I told you, I umpire baseball. I can
Mhm.
see the difference in them people when I go umpire baseball and how they act and talk. You dig
Mm.
what I'm saying? I had a guy tell one of my co-umpires, "Yo, you better make these calls right. If not, I'm gonna sick my German Shepherd on you, man.
Ah! No,
You
he did not.
better. I promise you." And I told my man, I'm glad he told that to you and not me, because I'd have popped him in his mouth right then and there. It wouldn't have been no game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because of the climate and where we are right now. So certain things and just the thought process of a dog attacking a black person, it's not even cool. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because
No,
that's
for him to
dogs
say
back
that,
then. That's what
period.
they did with right. And they trained German shepherds and Doberman pitchers back then to attack black people.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So no, I would damn sure wouldn't have took that as a joke or whatever the case may be. I would have took that very seriously. When
No,
I
you.
when I told it to somebody else, they was like, "Oh nah, no. Certain things you just can't come back from." Now this situation, again, don't know the teacher, don't know her background, don't know if you was trying to be funny because it's not. The content is so small and minute that we can't put it in full composing together. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's leaving to so many different what ifs. And again, giving this a different perspective, just to say, you know what, not to be on a high all the time, but let's give it that little volume. But then again, it goes back to what I said before, though. If we did what Malcolm X said, not let these people raise and teach and take care of our babies, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I feel like she doesn't do this with the other students in her class because they was looking like, "What song is this?" So hold on, let
Okay.
me comments.
Yeah,
Tizzle
and I
said,
didn't see the video.
we are too sensitive sometimes, but we can't escape our trauma. Not all YT folks are bad, but she should understand the sensitivity of our
That's what I'm
people
saying. That's
and
what I'm
our
saying.
pain. Mama said she lives in a white town in Florida. Big Mike Sachs said, "I feel like if she sings that to all the kids, then you feel you feel you feel what should relax." So okay, Big Mike Sachs, you feel if she sings it to all the kids, it makes it a little
Hold on,
bit
read some of
better.
these comments.
It's from the movie Madagascar, and
Madagascar.
it's meant to be funny. Let's put our focus on that fool in office. Okay, so Big Mike Sachs said this is something that's in the movie, so I guess the kids know it, so that's why she sung it. So I guess he's saying, I guess we're overreacting about the situation. So
But we sung it before Madagascar came out.
I know Madagascar got that from us because I remember us age
You know
babies.
what I'm
I
saying?
remember us. I remember singing
Like,
that
yeah,
song.
I remember. I know. Hell, I sung it to my cousins a couple
Yeah,
of times
I
growing
remember
up,
singing the song.
teasing them. So yes, I've
Mama
sung the
said
song.
a teacher should know better. It's unacceptable. Susan
Yeah,
said BS. Like this keeps us talking while Trump and his idiot friends pass more laws of oppression. BS, like this keeps us talking. Joey Cake said it's a different time now. Maybe the teacher meant no harm. The teacher made it personal by directing it to the student and not the entire class. And Mama said, what if her dumb ass was smart enough to know better? Tara said it was unprofessional. And Mama said, I don't think she should sing the song, period. All right, I want to go back because Big Sax, Mike, I had no idea because I know nothing about Madagascar. I don't have any young children. I did not know that song. I do know, like me and Got You Openings, he said, I remember hearing that song in my childhood.
and I've seen Madagascar, and I've never heard it in the movie. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
I got kids, so I had to watch that growing up with them. But again, it's not saying that it wasn't. I just ain't never really paid that attention. So it may happen, may not happen. I don't know. But still, at the end of the day, I feel like as an adult, you have to read the room, the atmosphere, and the climate. And certain things just should not be done and or said because it can be taken as being offensive or derogatory or whatever the case may be, and it may not have been. Just giving the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
1985 said, so if she sings it to all the kids, then she would just need to be told to chill and stop singing the song. If she only sings it to the black kids, then she gets reported straight up. Joey Cake said,
facts.
oh, we were brutal back in the day, but I don't ever remember a teacher singing it. No, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember it being
Not no
sung in
teacher.
the classroom. I do remember it being sung amongst my peers, though. So, and Mama said, would I work with kids and would never, what up, Pat, sing it. Okay, I've never seen Madagascar because anybody on here who has seen Madagascar, but got you, you said you never seen it. How many Madagascars are
I mean,
there?
I've seen. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. I've seen Madagascar, but I don't remember that song being in any of the movies.
Because I was about to say all they did was just take what we did as kids and put it in a movie. But
Pretty much.
new folks, we're talking about the video that has gone viral of the teacher singing the racial happy birthday song to the little black boy. Now, some are saying it was racial. Big Sax, thank you for the enlightenment. He said it was in a Madagascar song and that it's not as deep as we're trying to make it seem. But take a listen and decipher it for yourself and let me know if she needs to be fired or just disciplined.
And how old are you now?
6.
You're
I'm playing it
6?
right
You
now.
sure you're not 60?
Mentality of a
I'm
goddess.
6.
You're 6. Can we sing
I
happy
can't
birthday
show it
to
on
you?
here for whatever
All right,
reason.
here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. Would you like the funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the view. You look like a monkey. And you smell like one, two.
She thought she was a showgirl, yeah.
Yeah, because see that part right there is the part that gets me.
I
The fact
done
that
been
you
in
sound
there.
like Marilyn Monroe.
All
Like
right,
you
I
kind
don't
of sound like Marilyn Monroe. Like that's the part that gets me. You know what I'm saying? But like, I wouldn't say that she needs to be fired. I just think a deep conversation needs to be had to find out, yo, what was your thought process in regards to that? And of course, you're gonna try to clean it up because now you feel like you're in trouble. But then that goes to your background because if you did it this time, you have a track record of saying racially motive things or doing racially motive things. You understand what I'm saying? This isn't the first time if
right.
it's racially motivated. You feel what I'm saying?
Where the videos of her singing it to the other Spanish, the other races of kids in the classroom. Even though I don't feel like that should justify and give her a reason, make an excuse for her, but
Oh,
if
okay.
if she's doing this. Mama said, uh they are singing the song in the movie
To
to an
yeah,
animal,
to
and I'm
yeah. Okay,
assuming
now
it's
I
a
remember.
monkey.
Now I remember. Now I remember. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
assuming it's a monkey, right?
No, it was one of them pigs or whatever it was in there. Yeah, now I remember. Yeah,
So they were okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah. Now I remember.
but that's
But
kid.
even still, again, even still, you got to look at the time and climate and where you at right now, and because we see or what's being flooded on social media and the news so often, so many times, is us always being victimized, brutalized, or whatever the case may be. So to hear something like this, we're going to be really, really, really on top offensive about it. You know what I'm saying? You really could have
Yeah.
meant nothing by it. But again, you got to know where you at. But then again, his mom said she's in Florida. I
Yeah,
drove through
that's
Florida and went through and went made a wrong turn and had to turn around in the neighborhood. By the time I got to the bottom of that cul-de-sac and came back, just about everybody was standing outside their house knowing that this black dude was driving in their neighborhood.
yeah, Florida
You
definitely.
understand what I'm saying? So again, gotta need more content to it.
Mentality of a goddess said, "Oh f no." Mama said, "Pig, wild boar, whatever it was." She should apologize to Legend. And Baby Barack said, "In this day and age, you got to know better. They throw rocks and then hide their hands. It just as D." Um, Joey Cake said, "Real Tizzle, I agree to a certain point. There's a reason that it went viral. If the child was negatively impacted, then the teacher was dead wrong. Maybe not fired, but she doesn't get a pass either." Tic Tac said, "Wait, we too sensitive. I get the racially charged energy, but damn, everything isn't racial sometimes. It's just dumb and poor judgment. Doesn't live what we experience. Grace is needed on this." Okay, Tizzle with a different perspective.
Hey, J Tech, man, I agree to disagree because, yes, I agree with you that because, we are so racially charged all the time that some things aren't always what they perceive to be. But however, I don't say grace. I think a conversation needs to be had. Not necessarily grace, but a deep conversation into like, yo, listen, these are certain things you cannot say to a young, melanated child. Be brown, be dark, it doesn't matter. Like you just can't do that.
I'm sorry, I
Like
can't. He said she doesn't live what we experience. Grace is needed. Baby Brock said it's just as deep as it sounds. Mentality of a goddess said she needs to go on unpaid administrative leave, flat out, in a public apology. Mama said our children are uh, fragile. Please be careful what they hear. Uh, 113 to go, FYI. Okay, okay, Tara, get on down, ease on down that road. Mama said they stopped training teachers how to interact with different races. 1985 said, "Yeah, all I'm saying is a convo needs to be had, not even just based on race, but also because she doesn't need to sing that to the kids in general."
fact.
I'm
I'm
actually
with you,
shocked
fam.
over you, 1985. Okay,
Oh,
so
he
we got
changed his name back.
perspectives here. I like this, Tizzle. You could come on if you want to, because I would love to hear your point of view because you got a different perspective than everybody else. You're saying that okay, she's saying the song. Everything is not racially motivated. And hey, Auntie, we're talking about. I'm not sure if you've seen the video of the black boy and the teacher singing the racially happy birthday song to him. His mom. I'll play it again in a second so you can hear it. But should this teacher be fired is basically what we're talking about. So Tizzle is, in his perspective, is like, okay, we just need to give her some grace. Not everything is racially motivated. And he's getting ready to come on here, so I'm going to let him speak for himself. Tizzle,
Good
where
people,
you
good
living?
people, good people.
Peace, 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 King.
Peace,
You
peace,
got a
fam.
different perspective on this. Go
Yeah,
ahead. I
yeah.
love it.
I just think that everything isn't racial. Like, don't get me wrong. I get it. We have been, as a race, we have been through so much. We have been treated so awful on so many platforms, on so many occasions, everywhere. I believe that it was just poor judgment. I believe that she probably really didn't have any harsh or ill intent toward the kid. I don't think that she did, or at least the way she did it didn't display that. Because I've heard that song a million times
Yeah.
as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we do it, we joning on people. We you know, we trying to make them feel away for a
Mm,
minute. I didn't get that in that moment from that. Yeah, poor taste. Yes, definitely. Poor
definitely,
taste.
definitely.
Poor taste. You probably listen. Yeah, it might be funny
Bad
when you
timing.
watching the movie. Bad timing, all that. But we be
Mm,
ready to crucify people
mm.
every time when they do something bad, but we be so quick to forgive. And I ain't got no problem with forgiving the Chris Browns and the people like that who have made their terrible mistakes.
The
I have
puppies.
no problems with forgiving those people. But when they ain't us, boy, we ready to crucify their ass because of everything that we've been through. We like, man, our trauma is so serious. As a people, our trauma is serious. And we be ready to light a nigga on fire. We be ready to light a nigga on fire for the smallest things. Poor taste, yeah. I've known plenty of people who are not us, and they have said some things, and then they be like, "Damn, I didn't think about it like that."
Right.
No, they human just like us. If we keep subscribing to that shit where we need to fry everybody every time something happen, man, this world ain't gonna never get better. We be ready to fry every fucking body.
Okay, so to piggyback off of what you just said, right? I just watched.
Mhm.
I was gonna post it, but I didn't post it. But I just watched this movie on Netflix, right? I forgot what the dude's name, but anyway, they wake up 500 years later. But prior to to this happening, it's a comedy.
Mhm.
There, he's like in the military, and they put him into this thing, in an incubator, so to speak. So the doctor comes in and says, "All right, my niggas, y'all ready?" I had to rewind it 3 times to be like, "Yo, wait, did he just say what I thought he just said?" And sure enough, that's what the doctor said. He came in like, "All right, my niggas, you ready?" The only person in there that was black was the little black girl that was playing the prostitute.
Oh no.
You understand what I'm
Wow.
saying? So I'm like, damn. I honestly turned the movie off after that. I was like, nah, you're not even gonna get that from me. But then I was like, you know what? 2 days later, I came back. I said, let me watch it and then fully go through because I might be, it could have been a joke, of course, but still, you got white writers. Why would you write that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Most of these movies, not too many of us are sitting in that writing room writing these. Especially I call them get high movies, them stupid white boy comedies.
Hmm.
That's what it was.
That's good now. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, no, they are. Trust me, they are. Cause I burn one and watch one and crack up. You know what I'm saying?
Wait.
However,
Especially wedding
I was
crack.
kind of sober
All
when I
right.
saw this one, so I was like, I felt some type of way. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
So this situation, again, same thing. I could look at it as some stupid white boy comedy. You might have thought it was funny. You've seen it in Madagascar. All the kids see in Madagascar. However, you have, like I said, you have to read the room, you have to read the atmosphere, and you have to understand where people are now in this climate because we are on high
Yeah.
alert, so to speak. We are on code red right now and trying to keep it level. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because we know we get to that point, what can happen after that. You understand
Like,
what I'm saying?
no, I totally agree with you on that. I hate that even happened. I hate it on both sides. I hate it for
Yeah,
her
yeah,
because
same
now
here.
she viral and she probably will lose her gig or end up on some type of administrative leave when it doesn't seem like she had any ill intent. Like, man, that's a nursery. That's I ain't gonna call it a nursery rhyme, but that is a
We were kids, like it was a thing we did. We sung it.
we
I
we
Yeah,
sung
we
it,
sung
man.
it.
We sung it. I don't think that it had any ill intent. I don't. I mean, I could be wrong, and if I was wrong, I hold me
I
to the
say I'm
fire.
exact.
But I see a comment in here. It says that as black people, we are fatigued, and we are.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
yeah. We are.
1000%
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, that we
We are
are.
fatigued with all of this racial craziness. So now it's like everything that we see, it's racist,
yeah.
racist, racist, racist. And and I just don't think that everything is racist. Sometimes stuff is just a, how many times you done made a bonehead comment and been like, yeah, that wasn't right.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah,
yeah,
like we
yeah,
have.
yeah,
All of us have done it.
yeah,
Yeah, like we just be ready to, you know me. I don't know. I don't really got no filter no more. I ain't on the radio no more. So we be ready to
Yeah.
put
yeah.
light a nigga ass on fire. We be ready to light a nigga ass on fire.
Hold on.
It,
Let me read some of these comments, and then I got clean clean coming on here.
hmm
Joey Cake said, "We're talking about children. We can't expect kids to have thick skin when interacting with adults. These are the same people that we expect our kids to respect. Auntie said, "Saw ticked me off." She said she was an ass. It was insensitive. Mama said, even if it wasn't racist, it was inappropriate. Kids
That it
think
Totally,
was.
it's
totally.
not adults the difference. Mama said, wait, when do they forget black folks? I'm just asking. Wait, when do they forget black folks? I'm just asking. And mentality of a goddess said, as a mother of two black boys, I say she needs admin leave and to give him a public apology. It went viral and is now part of the digital footprint for forever. And Mama said, we not offended by the song, but they was offended because we said we didn't care that fool got killed. And then Auntie said, we are fatigued. And Mama said, so go on social media like she recorded it.
That would be tasteful. That would be
I don't know.
tasteful.
Let me say this before I'm about to go get this head done real quick. I just want to say that, like, yo, if it was one of us that said that to one of these kids, right? Like sung it, if I sung it to my daughter or 1985, you sung it to your son on his born day, right?
Hmm.
We probably would have laughed about it, no big deal, right? The fact that it was this pale brother and sister that did this, you understand what I'm saying? And then recorded it. Why she record? Who knows? And it could be you was looking for that because fame is the new drug right now. So that's probably what she was looking for. You understand what I'm saying? But didn't understand the true backlash that was going to come from it. You understand?
Unfortunately, that's what.
And
Unfortunately,
unfortunately,
that's what we'll never know.
and that's the part that I'm saying. So I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying that she's right for doing it. I'm just saying it was ill timing. It was bad, poor decision,
Yeah.
and she needs to be looked at like, okay, listen, you need sensitivity training because that's the part that teachers don't get, especially them. They don't get that sensitive training because they don't understand us. They don't understand what we've gone through. You understand what I'm saying? Every single day. That's like this young man just get arrested and hauled down in front of CVS because the lady said he stole something. And he said, man, I pulled bands out my pocket. She called the police. Somebody he stabbed and threatened her with a gun. He said, bands, that's money. You understand what I'm saying? So again, they don't understand our end of the world. But we supposed to understand theirs and move on it. No, stop that. No.
If we
But
don't, if we
always love
don't
peace.
start, if we don't
Bye,
start
guys. Over to me.
putting some
All right,
understanding in
bro.
this thing somewhere, we gonna be all messed up if somebody don't start entering some understanding in here somewhere. Because after that, it's just gonna be tit for tat. Like for real.
Right,
It's gonna be
right,
tit
right.
for tat. Every time they do something, every time we do something, and there'll never be any understanding until somebody gets brutally hurt.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with this. You're
It's
saying
the
because
truth.
such a big deal was made about the other thing, and now this is a thing to make a big deal about. I got you. And then now they're gonna find the next thing to make a big deal about. I got you. Uh
Meanwhile, Trump and them boys passing laws that's floating right by us.
I mean the whole government is shut down right now. I mean it's right. Clean, what are your thoughts? How are you
Yeah.
today?
No, I mean, like, I think, so yeah, like what I was saying in the comments, she just need a conversation. I don't believe in getting people fired and stuff like that. Like that's a person's ability to feed their family. Like I don't come after that unless you do something crazy. Um, she need a conversation had, but I will say this and kind of agreeing with my man in the Yankees hat is
Tizzle Tech J Tech.
yeah, it is the sensitivity as we do get further from the past, as we do march along, as we get closer to like true equality, the sensitivity will have to dwindle down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be the main thing to keep us from actually getting there. Like, because one point I'll say is like, we still kind of have this era of like something like this will be like scrutinized, but like black comedians still have the green light to say white boy and you know what I'm saying? Like we still I was listening to the radio the other day and the host was like, man, I was at the mall the other day and these badass white kids was running around like for real. And it's like if we, at some point we're gonna have to turn that card in and not be able to do it either, because they'll never be, because I got, like I said before, on here, like, you dealing with white people that was born in like 2002 now, like, you know what I'm saying, like, they ain't got nothing to do with Jim Crow and slave. They just regular people. They got black people in their family, whether it be via marriage or cousins, or like, as we go further along, we will have to let go. Not, I ain't saying let go completely right now, whatever, but as we get further and closer to equality, we gonna have to let go of some of those sensitivities, and we're gonna have to stop teaching them to our children. My son,
Uh-oh.
bad. I got a call. My son's birthday was this past weekend, and I had his birthday party here at the crib. And it was, man, it was like 60 people here. It was crazy. His whole soccer team came. Yeah. But his whole soccer team came, and the soccer team is mixed up. Like, we got white kids, we got Hispanic kids, we got black kids. All of the kids came, their parents came. They had a great time in the jumpy house and playing with Beyblades and all that. And my son has grown up in this environment. That's his community. If he was to grow up hating white people or feeling that way, it would only be because I taught him. Because right now, that's not his experience. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, yeah, this teacher definitely need to have a conversation. She don't need to sing that to none of the kids. Just don't sing it. You know what I'm saying? Just fall back on that. But yeah, agreeing with my man, I will say we will have to let go of some of these sensitivities as we go along.
Hey, Mentality of a Goddess. Welcome.
Hey, Miss Dee Dee.
How
How
are
are you?
you?
Hello, room. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Sizzle, I don't know what happened. If you could get back on, let's get you back on. Mentality, I know you want to comment, but let me read these comments first, and then I'm gonna get to you, okay?
Sure.
Joey Cake said, and why did she zoom in on him when she said that he looked like a monkey? My child would need to see me defending them. If we did nothing, then our kids wouldn't trust to protect them. Auntie said, yes, they are, and Mama said it already is, because that fool is offline is doing it. Auntie said, but are we getting closer to true equality? And then Clean, I'll let you
we
respond.
are.
Hold on, I'll let you respond. Mama said, do you think black folks will ever have equality? I seriously doubt it. And then Joey Cake said, sorry, I disagree. All races are affected by previous generations and their thought processes. Even if the teacher is young and she's not stupid. Mentality of a Goddess, thank you for joining the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. And I usually don't do this, but you and Gary, our little live the other time, I was commenting because I was working. But now that I have a minute,
Let's do it,
baby.
girl. Gone. How you feeling about this? What are your thoughts?
First and foremost, I have not seen this video. Let's start there. But when you played it, I didn't need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, of course, obviously, as you all see from my icon, I'm a black woman. I have 2 young black sons. Almost, how old is my son? One is 9 and the other one is 16. I had to remember real quick.
It's okay.
Listen, first and foremost, it is not okay, right? I hear everybody's perspective. I totally understand, but it's kind of like one of those things where if you don't walk that walk, I don't want to hear nothing from you. First of all, if you're not a parent, I hear your opinion, but it doesn't carry too much weight for me. You know why? Because when we give birth to these children, first of all, the mortality rate for us black women, especially giving birth, is crazy work. Let's start there. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't even encourage my children to call each other monkeys. I heard my youngest say it one day to his cousin on FaceTime, and I nipped it right in the bud. Because like somebody else said, we cannot encourage each other to do something, but then we want to crucify somebody else of another color or another gender for doing it to us. We have to lead by example. Now, let me tell you one thing. Every year, I sign a document that says, okay, your child is allowed to be on this outlet, that outlet. I put no every single time.
Mm-hmm.
I put no every single time. You know why? Because of slip ups like this.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
in a generation where it's not just like a school publication. It's not just like a little newspaper or take a picture, print it out, and hang it up. No, now social media is part of that permission slip. I'd be goddamned if that was my child. Like, I'm so serious because my little nephew, my best friend took him to school. We were on the phone and she said, something, 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 monkey. I said, girl, what the F? She said, oh,
Yeah.
girl, don't say nothing. Just hold on, hold on. I'm going to tell you what happened. So she leaves out. I said, what did she say? Because mind you, I pick him up from the school sometimes. So I know the demographic of teachers in there. She said,
Mm-hmm.
girl, he looked at him. She looked at him and said, oh, you know, you don't want to get down. Look at how you're hanging off your mom like a little monkey. Now, one of our melanin sisters that work in the school, she pressed the issue hard. Me, I was like, I'm about to clock out. I got the code. I'm about to go find out who said it. Tell me who said it. It's just certain things you don't do. Now, I do have a little empathy. I do have a little understanding in me. She very well may have not meant it the way how it came out.
Mm-hmm.
However, if you're not sure, keep your mouth shut. You could have left it at happy birthday to you 25 times, but then you added a song about a monkey. I don't
Right.
care if you sang that to the white kids. Don't address any child as a monkey if it is a derogatory term that we have dealt with for
Yeah.
umpteen years. You know what I mean? Like, it really pissed me off. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I get everybody's perspective. No disrespect to what anybody has to say. But I know what the hell I went through to bring my two kids into this world.
Yeah.
And I'd be
Yeah.
damned if somebody addressed them as a monkey.
Yeah. Yeah. And coming from a movie, I've never seen it. Have you seen Madagascar?
Listen, I've seen. When I tell you I can memorize all of these things, and when I see it, it's like I kind of got to decipher, because if you listen to children, they tell us everything we need to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Madagascar a million and one times, but that song doesn't too much resonate with me. But like
Mm-hmm.
somebody in the comments said, they were singing it to an animal. So of course it's not going to come first in my mind like, oh, I've heard this before. Nah. But I'm going to forever not be able to unhear what I just heard that lady sing to that little boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is not okay. In customer service, any job, you are taught ethics, you are taught empathy, you are taught to walk on literally eggshells to please the customers, even if they are rude and disrespectful to you. Why are
Right.
these teachers not taught the same thing if they are raising the ones who are the future of our society?
Right. Right.
I don't
Yeah.
even
All,
want to see nobody call a translucent person's kid a monkey. Like, we're not gonna do that, because these types of things, it resonates. And
yeah.
my kids know better. Don't call mommy with an issue at school, because first of all, the moment I see your school's phone number on my caller ID, I swear I'm already on the way. The first thing they do when they call me is like, Miss Such and Such, everything is okay. You don't have to come up here. However, and
Spoken
it's
like
not to
a
go up
true
there to be
black
loud and
mama.
rowdy and ghetto and whatever.
Yeah.
No, you are going to see my face.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to know I'm the mom that shows up for the good, for the bad, the ugly, and the indifferent.
Mm-hmm. That's
I live
good.
in a majority translucent person county. You know what I mean? So, yeah, even the assistant principal, I had to check her, because I said, I'll talk to his father and we'll have a sit down with, oh, his father. I said, did you not hear what I said?
Did you
Yeah.
wait?
Girl, listen.
Oh
Listen.
my, jeez. Joe,
Listen.
Joey Cake said thousands of people saw that video. There's no way that child was not affected. Reprimanded is needed at best. And Mama said, and the teacher not stupid. She know better. Period. I mean, she might have. Again, some some folks are dodo birds, child.
But didn't they make a GoFundMe for a little boy who was affected by something that somebody said to him? I don't recall the details of it, but it was a little white boy, and they made like a GoFundMe for something that happened. I think
It was
somebody, like, they bullied
it was
him or something.
It was a YT woman. I think her son called a little black boy the N word, and she got to go funny too. They was raising hella.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
for
look at
her.
how that went. Now look at how that went. Oh, I'm the mom that shows up to the bus stop when all the kids have a problem with the bus driver. Because our children in today's society, unfortunately, they don't feel protected. I can
Right.
tell you that just because I have kids. So they let certain things slide. And I'm sorry to be long-winded, but I'm passionate about these children. Like as a
No,
young
I love it. I
as a
love it.
young mother, as a young mother, I'm 38. My kids think I'm a dinosaur, but at the end of the day, I'm still a young mom. I pretty much grew up with my 16-year-old. Okay. So it's like working in customer service, we get so much training. Are we getting
Yeah.
this training because it's money involved? Like that was really what I sat in that class. Like every week during COVID, we were getting coached on how to handle people because of COVID. So one day I said, look, I don't mean no harm, but y'all know I'm the crayon that kind of sits on the outside of the box next to the sharpener. Why are we doing this every week? I said, I just really want to know, like, what's behind this? Oh,
You're
so we
right.
can satisfy the customers.
Which, like you said, should be part of what these teachers should be trained on.
Oh, yeah,
Satisfy, because I mean, your children are the customers. Um,
exactly.
I want to go back to something that was asked though about because you made a statement, clean, about true, and you could stay on because I want you to answer this too. Mentality of a goddess, but you said something about true equality. So you think we are near true equality?
Do I?
Uh,
Yeah.
this is answer for
No.
both of
You
y'all, but
asking me?
for both of you, because the question was really for you, clean, but I want both of you guys to answer it.
I mean, I think we closer than we ever been. I mean, I think you gotta look at it like this, man. Don't let these viral videos and stuff you see on social media or the news fool you. Right now is the best time to be alive in human history. We have the most, first of all, we live longer than we ever lived before. We got access to the most resources we've ever had before. We have, especially in America, you have the most human rights. You have more human rights than just about anybody in the world. People, the death rate is lowered. You ever used to play that game in school, Oregon Trail on a computer? You never played that? It's a game where you like basically like you like this family back in like the 1800s or 1700s, and you trying to travel from one side of the country to the next and like
Mm.
a horse and carriage, and the premise of the game is to keep everybody alive. But as you go through, like cousin Jed gets bit by a poisonous snake and he dies, and then so and so, like we don't live like that no more. We got more access to clean water, like you know what I'm saying. So when you think about it, as far as black people, as far as what it was like to live in this country in 1940, 1840, 1740, compared to now, like yeah, it's better than it's ever been. Is it perfect? No, it's never gonna be perfect. That like if we looking for that, we're gonna be disappointed forever. It's never gonna be perfect, but to be a black person in 2025, yes, it's the best time ever to be a black person. And we are further along than we've ever been. Are there still racial things that happen throughout the country? For sure. And there always will be. But as far as if you asking, are we closer to equality than we ever been? Yes, that's obvious, in my opinion.
Okay. What about you? A mentality of a goddess. What do you think?
Piggybacking off of what he said, I absolutely agree. We
Mm.
are in a new time. We have a lot more access, right? And then there's a flip side to that because I'm first generation born in America. My mother was born in West Africa. Now, growing up as a young black woman born in America with a very African first name, I can tell you that we're in a way better space today than we were back then. Like I said, I'm only 38.
Mm-hmm.
When they hear foreign names back then, oh, African booty scratcher, this, that, and the third, like all that crazy nonsense. But guess what? We are so valued today that the
Mm-hmm.
YT people even go as far as wanting to look like us.
Better say it again,
So
dear girl.
everything that he said is absolutely true. Is it ever going to be perfect? No. But guess what comes into play with this? You equip your children with affirmations. You equip your children with knowing no matter what anybody else says about you, to you, you choose your battle.
Mm.
Everything doesn't require defense, everything doesn't require a fight. But if you know within your heart that you are XYZ, whatever you choose to put into your child's mind, no, things like that may not necessarily affect them, but they have to get down a totem pole to get to building that type of resistance. But they should be able to know, okay, no, this was not okay.
So
Or yes, this was
should
okay.
should this woman be granted grace? This teacher,
She need a
should,
conversation. I don't think she need to get fired, but
but should
she
she be
need
granted grace?
what's considered grace? Not firing her?
Yeah, not losing her
Yeah,
job.
don't she don't need to lose her job. She need to be talked to. I don't know if they got a system where they give citations or write-ups or they got like a probationary period or something. Maybe she could get that. But to fire her when you can't necessarily concretely prove the intentions, that's bad. But you know what I'm saying? You whenever you're gonna take a person's job or livelihood, you need concrete evidence. You can't use emotional evidence or assumption. You have
Why?
to
They
have
used emotional evidence with this. They
I,
used emotional evidence when it came to the man who just passed away. Because I'm not going to say his name.
who passed away.
The man who just passed away, who was all over the news for the last 2-3 weeks.
She's my Kurt.
Him,
He
yeah.
what no I'm saying he got shot in front of people. Like it's obvious he got shot. Like
Yeah, but
and
they want folks to give him grace, even though things were said. Things were said, though.
But everybody say stuff, man. That here's the thing, right? If you could be a fly on the wall in any family's dinner table, you're gonna hear them say stuff about other races. Like it's just what it is. Like you had a black family, they're gonna be talking about white people and the Mexican kids. If you had a Chinese family, they're gonna be talking about the black people and the white people. Like everybody has a level of prejudice
So can
and
black people be racist?
everybody prefers their own people over other people. That's
Can
just
black
the
people be racist, though?
yes, we can be. We can be racist because there's a lot of black people who have not had racial encounters in their lifetime, but
Does that make them
exercise.
racist, though? Because they haven't had a racial encounter?
Well, what I'm saying is, what is your motivation to say racist things if you've never had a racial encounter or a racist encounter? Like you're just saying it off the cuff. Like you're it's not if it's an old black man that's 75 years old, yeah, when he say let him ride. You know what I'm saying? He done probably been through whatever. But it's a lot of people, man. I know of a lot of people who have
Especially
not experienced half the struggles they complain about or they talk about, but they still have it. So what I'm saying is, even when it comes to the Kirk dude, like there's a lot of people who we love who if you was a fly on the wall, you might have heard them talking about some white people or some Mexican kids at the laundromat or something like that. Do they deserve to not get grace because they said some shit? Like everybody, we got to stop pretending like everybody doesn't have a level of prejudice and prefer. Humans are tribal by nature. We've always been. Living organisms are. If we are in a pride of lions and one lion is born like albino, they will ostracize that lion. Like we that's just the way we are as organisms. So like we can't pretend like we ain't like we can't be racist or like a Chinese person or whatever, man. Everybody has that level of prejudice. That Japanese man, he want his daughter to marry a Japanese man. That black woman, she want her son to marry a black woman. That white woman, she want her son to marry a white like everybody's like that. They just
But is
is
that
what it is.
racism or is that just preference?
right.
No, well, I'm saying, well, it honestly, it's a bit of both because if your son falls in love with a white woman and brings her home, and you mistreat that girl, is that not racism?
I mean, for me, I look at humanity, period. Now, do I want my son to do that? No. Like, look at your mama. Do I want him to do that? No. But at the end of the day, on the humanity side and as the mother side, which comes before everything else, I'm going to respect what my child has decided to do. So no, I'm not going to treat her all kinds of crazy ways, because at the end of the day, we need to realize that we all serve one God. We all come from one God. We did
We
not
all the
come
same.
onto this
Yeah.
earth and say, "Oh, I want to be pink, white, purple, blue. I want to be an elephant with one tail and a pink pony." No, we did not do that. However, to answer the question as to if I feel like she should be fired, again, the humanity side of me is going to say, and the mother side of me is going to say, no. Because again, at the end of the day, another valid point. She may have not looked at it that deep because she does not know our struggles. However, you need to take some unpaid time. You need to go through a series of trainings. I don't care if you took them before. You need to go through a series of trainings. And you also need to issue a public apology, not just to my child, but all of the children that you have sang that song to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
Because
just,
let's just call a spade a spade. Like I said, I'm speaking from the standpoint of a mother.
yeah. Hold on.
If I was in that parent's shoes, will I be fired up? Would I want to fight you? Baby, you need security get into your car after a situation like that.
My
I'm just
mama
putting
said,
it point blank, plain and simple. But like you said, black people, we're not the only ones who can be ignorant.
Yeah,
So
we
she
mm,
not.
very well may have
this,
not been in a place of, let me just do this with the children who have any type of melanin. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. If it really
this,
was that wrong, how come they
yeah.
didn't crucify the movie for putting that in the movie? Our
Yeah.
media appropriates a lot of the stuff that we end up having to deal with today in society.
Good point. I didn't even. Good point.
Hello?
My mama said my kids grew up with mostly YT kids. If they teacher ever said that, it would have been a problem. So moving furniture been up at that school so quickly. Okay, mom. Auntie said we did too. Mama, that really all I knew until middle school. And mama said the prisons were built for black folks. It's another form of slavery. Go in the wrong neighborhood 1985 and you will see how much better it is. And Auntie
But
said
you can
every
say
time.
that to anybody else. You can tell a white person to go off Bankhead Highway. They'll feel it. Like it's everywhere. It is. I mean, we would be negligent to not recognize that. We would
um
be negligent to not recognize that every person that belongs to whatever tribe or religion or race they are prefers their own people over other people.
but I
You
don't
can
necessarily see what's wrong with that though. What's the problem with that?
I didn't say
Oh,
nothing
okay.
was I didn't say nothing was wrong with it, but what I'm saying is we like to put standards on people as if they should, like for instance, you said the Kirk thing, right? Should he get grace? So if today, God forbid, if today Dr. Umar get assassinated, do he deserve grace then? Because he didn't made a career out of talking about white people.
Yeah, but has he spewed hateful rhetoric towards white folks?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
hateful that he says that he wants black people to stick together and the black men to
No,
step
no.
up
First of
and
all,
play their position?
you can say you want black people to stick together without calling white people snow bunnies and pink toes. Because we don't like to be called whatever the racial thing is to us. You can push that narrative without saying that type of stuff. So once again, if he was to get murked today, does he not deserve grace either? Like everybody does this. That's why I'm just like, that's why I say as we grow and as we go further into society, as we get into 2035 and
I
2045, we're
I hear
gonna have to
I hear you
understand
clean.
that.
I hear you clean. But Doctor, going back to what you were talking about with Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar never said he wasn't going to get on a flight because the white man was flying a plane. He never did. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. And I ain't really trying to have this conversation because there's
Well,
still folks
no,
that
no,
are
no.
still sensitive about that man.
I saw that comment that you're talking about. And what he was the full context of that, because a lot of times we get exposed to like 10-second clips or 20-second
I
clips,
don't need to
and
hear the
we
full
don't
context.
we don't
He
get
said he wasn't going to get on a plane with a black
but see,
person.
if you listen to the full context, and mind you, I'm not defending him. What I'm saying is if you listen to the full context of the video, what he was talking about is DEI. And what he was talking about is not wanting to fly on a plane of a person of a pilot that was a DEI hire, meaning they didn't hire the best pilot from the fleet. They hired a pilot to meet a racial quota. So that person who's flying might not be as good of a pilot as the person who was the best in the class or best in the fleet. That was the full context of what he was saying. Now, and he used three examples. He used a black person, a white person, a woman. He used like multiple examples to get the point across, where he was talking about DEI, and he was saying, because the whole concept of him saying he was against DEI because he felt like the best qualified people weren't getting hired for jobs because companies felt pressure to meet racial quotas. That's what he was talking about. I'm just putting it out there because, like I say, we get these clips and like with the young lady, the goddess lady was just saying, like how she will go up to her school if her kids, if she sense anything wrong like that. I'll tell you, because I'm a single father. I got a son. I'm the same way, but my approach is so different because I'm a 6'4" black man. So my aggression can get villainized so much faster than if a woman is aggressive. So my approach has to be different. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So not saying that I'm not just as heated as she would be if my child was subject to something like this. That's why I say this lady would just need, because we don't know a lot about, let's say, Jewish history or Jewish racial stereotypes, right? You could accidentally make a joke that is offensive to a Jew, but not even know it because you don't know what they stereotypes are. So do you feel like you should be able to be like, oh shit, my bad, like I apologize, I didn't mean to offend you, I didn't even know that was a thing for y'all?
Even if I did apologize, clean, and it was said publicly on this platform and it went viral, even if I did apologize for making that joke, I probably wouldn't be given grace. You want to know why? Because the Jewish community, they don't play when it comes to
They
that.
don't
They
play.
like the LBGTQ. They don't
Same
play.
thing.
You're not going to say nothing about any of them and think you're about to get away with it.
And that's what I'm saying. The world will never be a better place if there isn't some sort of grace given in these situations because there's no concrete evidence that there was intent. It's assumption. So that's why I say this lady would need a conversation, a write up per se. What do they call it? A PIP when you on a PIP at work, when you're on a performance improvement plan
Yeah,
or a probation.
performance.
Like give
Yeah,
her something like that. But taking her livelihood away, that's a little bit intense. That's all I'm saying.
you're
I
so
mean,
nice.
somebody in the
Uh,
comments said that unpaid. Sorry, Didi.
no, go ahead. Read it
Oh
because I
no,
was just getting ready
somebody.
to the
Yeah, somebody in the comments said that unpaid is extreme, regardless of the color of your skin. Definitely needs an apology. I don't think it's extreme
No, I
because at
agree
the
with
end
you
of the
with apology.
day, there are other actions that are done outside in the world that it becomes unpaid. Because what does she know about what that parent may go through or what that child may go through? Now, if we reprimanding you and you sitting at home and you still getting a check, what are you going to learn from that? Other
yeah.
than,
Good
oh, I probably
point.
got me a little time off. I'm still getting paid. No, baby, unpaid. Because the next time you think to say something like that and then record it and then post it somewhere, come on now.
So you don't
Yeah.
think she would learn something being on a probationary period for like
No.
60 days, 90 days or whatever, however, like every job is different, but I'm saying there should be a level of punishment, but I'm saying teachers don't even make no money anyway. It's to put them in that situation could like especially if, now mind you, I personally, my personal assumption is that she does know. That's my personal assumption, that she does know that that was offensive. That's my personal assumption. I agree with y'all. I think she knows that monkey is offensive to black people. Like I think she does, but that's my assumption. We can't prove it.
Right. So
So,
she should be unpaid. I've
but
seen people fired for less. So
Thank
if
you.
I tell you
but
putting you on administrative leave for what you did,
Thank you.
it's not so much, it's like a bigger perspective here, right? No, I don't want to be the person that I'm a mother and I said no, for the sake of humanity, let her keep her job. However, you need to feel the impact of what you did. If you were a teacher in 2005 versus now 20 years later, then we could say, yeah, put you on a little no, 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 no. Because we don't know what that baby's state of mind is going to be. We don't know if mommy and daddy or either or are going to miss time at work because their child is now looking online and seeing all this stuff and people in the street saying that they're going to have to take off time to practice some type of, you know, positive reinforcement with their kids. You think they're going to get paid for that?
well, no, I mean,
Exactly.
I think she should be punished because she shouldn't be singing that at school in any way, like to any of the kids. Like that's just not an appropriate. When you are around kids, there's a heightened level of sensitivity. I know this because I coach my sons like soccer teams, baseball teams, like, and these parents. It being a coach is a hard position because these parents can't wait to pounce on you. They looking for you to do or say anything, so
So
a
they
lot of
can.
times you
Yeah.
can't even, yeah, a lot of times you can't even coach the way you want to coach because the sensitivity is so high. And so it's like, yeah, I get it. Like she shouldn't be singing that. Like, and she need to watch her mouth just in general, being a teacher and being around young moldable minds like that. Like, I agree. I'm with punishing her. I don't know the non-paid thing, and like you right, people have been fired for less, and that's why I'm saying if we want the world to be a better place, we will have to not go for blood that way. We like it'll have to get the we can't base it like it's almost like the law where it's like if one person beats a certain case, the new law gets named after them. You know what I'm saying? Like no, like we if we want the world to be a better place, then like, yeah, at some point we're gonna have to like create a new ground floor for stuff like that. That's
Are
all
you
I'm saying.
basically saying, clean, let's not go to ask you, do you think people deserve to get fired for saying what they said about oh boy in his passing?
Who Kirk, no. Now some people was wilding because they were taking it further than just him and they started taking it into personal digs and stuff like that. That's a totally different story because now all these companies have like employee handbooks that have like
Yeah,
clear,
mine's up too.
policies. So if you going against the policies, you got to get fired. Like that's just the way it go. Now, if you my personal opinion about the Kirk thing is like if you wasn't feeling old boy, then just don't say nothing. But you don't have to like say negative stuff. Like, just don't say nothing. Just don't
No,
say
because
nothing. I
I
mean,
just asked you that because if you feel like those people deserve to get fired and this lady doesn't deserve to be fired, and I'm like,
no,
okay,
no, I don't feel like those people. I feel like the people who went against their company policy deserve to get fired. Now, people who just said, because mind you, they knew what they were saying. There, even though I think this lady knew what she was saying, there is a possibility that she didn't. There is a possibility, and because of that, you can't go that strong with the punishment because there's no concrete evidence. Concrete evidence is like we got you on video stealing boxes like on Friday or whatever, right? Like, you know what I'm
ah, you
saying?
said
Like,
it.
that's concrete evidence. Like, we're gonna fire you. We have the video proof of that. But something that's based on an emotionally driven assumption, it's not fair to do that. It's
But do
not.
you think that she should, if the choice was given to you, they say, okay, we want you to handle this situation, paid, unpaid, or fired, which would you choose?
You said paid, unpaid, or
If they
fired.
say, yeah, if you were the judge in this situation and they presented to you like, okay, she has three options: paid leave, unpaid leave, or she's fired, which would you choose? Or no repercussion at all?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna tell you this because I work in corporate. What they're usually gonna do
No, 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 not
is
them. I want your
You,
perspective
yeah,
as a
you.
6'4" black father who's a coach. I
Okay,
want
girl,
your
say it.
perspective. You tell me what you would do.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm well because if you ask me that question, I guess you asked me to put myself in the shoes of the principal or like
Yep.
that's
If
what I'm
you're the
saying.
principal of that school, what's your definition of the appropriate actions that need to be taken based off of the gravity, not the act of
Yeah.
what she did, because we're getting away from the fact that that act caused a gravity of things to happen. Take into account the social
Hmm.
media, take into the account that we don't even know if that child's parents signed a disclosure or a
Yeah.
waiver to say my child is allowed to be posted on social media outlets by their teacher.
Facts.
So
Facts.
if
Nah.
you were the principal, what would your consequences and repercussions be for her?
So if I'm the principal, I'm doing a couple of things. One, because the video is made public, we're gonna require a public apology for it. You know, the apology got to be just as loud as the video was. You know, so one, public apology. Two, 90-day probationary period. Three, you got to do because we got to cover ourselves as a company or as a school. You got to do like I don't know some level of sensitivity training, probably like 6 weeks sensitivity training, whatever like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna suspend her without pay because once again, I can't prove without a shadow of a doubt that it was malicious. I can't prove it. So I'm not going to take her money. But you got to do a public apology, 90-day probationary period, and 6 weeks of sensitivity training. And do not ever sing that song to them kids again. And watch your mouth when you around them kids from any aspect.
No,
Facts,
I
like
agree.
for real.
I agree, and I respect the answer that you gave. Thank you for answering that. However, I'm gonna add something on top of that because I will definitely agree to everything you said. That 90-day probation period, cool. Stay on that. However, you need to face some type of jab for what you did. I don't care if it's 3 days unpaid. I don't care if it's 6 days unpaid, because let's take it down a couple scales to other jobs out here. If you show up to your shift and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, immediately you're getting sent home, right? They're not sending you home and say, "Oh, you're gonna stay clocked in until you're supposed to get off at 4 o'clock." No, you clocked out at 12:07. You're getting paid until 12:07. I feel like financially, she needs to face something, because guess what? She not paying reparations to that little boy's family for what they're about to go through because of what she did. Now, I feel you. She probably didn't know. Okay, we're gonna say she ain't know,
No, I
but
think
you
she
better
did
think twice.
know. I'm just saying I can't prove it without a shadow of a doubt, and that's how the law works. Like you got to prove without a shadow. I think she knew. Don't get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. I think she knew what the hell she was doing. But if I can't prove it without a shadow of a doubt, then I can't. I can't hold like you can't what they call you can't throw the gavel down on her because it's an assumption.
So you
But
don't think
and
even
then
3 days unpaid is justified?
well the thing is here's the thing, the school has some sort of policy. If it's within the policy, then cool. But you can't, as the principal or whoever who's in charge, you can't go against the school's policy because you feel emotional about
Oh
what
no, no,
happened.
no. We know that we don't even know where they're at. I don't
They
know.
said Florida, right?
Yeah, they may
Yeah,
have
this
their
is
rules, but I'm
Florida.
just saying we're
And
speaking as if we were just judging this situation. We know they got unions and
yeah,
stuff like
like
that, but
Yeah,
as
and
just
then
a
yeah, you're gonna have to
person.
deal with the union too. But no, I agree with you. Like I said, I'm doing that. I'm not gonna go. The only reason I'm not going for the pay is because it's not concrete. If it was concrete, I'm all with you. But if it's not concrete, you could possibly be facing a lawsuit for doing for doing that to her. If you know, white people, they will get their lawyer on the phone. Like they got a lawyer in the family somewhere. You could risk getting sued if you suspend her without pay and it's not within the guidelines of the school policy.
So do
So
you think that the parents can sue her for pain and suffering of their child?
yeah, I think they can. I think they can. I think they can sue for pain and suffering, and they could possibly have a defamation suit as well.
yeah.
They like. I'm not. That's why like America was built off lawsuits. That's why. Like
No,
it.
seriously.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, everybody has a case in this situation. If the teacher gets suspended without pay, she might have a case. The parents have a pain and
I
suffering
don't think the
case.
teachers don't have a case.
Well, no, I'm saying she would only have a case if she got suspended without pay and it was against the policy of the school.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was just a
Yeah,
personal thing.
yeah.
If they
If
got a
her,
policy,
Yeah.
follow it. But
yeah,
I'm
because
saying
that's the first
me
thing
as a
her,
mom.
yeah, that's the first thing her lawyer gonna do is pull that rule book, that policy, and see if if
I
it
need
was
to know
within
if there's any
policy
more
to suspend her.
videos. I need to see if there's any more videos because that's gonna let me know if there's other videos of racist kids. Again, it doesn't excuse what she did, but if she did it with all the other kids, then it might be a little more. I might offer a little more grace.
Well, that's what I was saying in the comments. If there's a video of her singing it to every kid in the class every time there's a birthday, and she's recording it, because that's another thing you gotta understand. If you sing it to all of the kids but you only recorded the black kid, that's a different story. But
Right.
if every time it's one of these kids birthday, white, black, Hispanic, whatever, you sing that song and you record it, then we can't suspend you without pay. This is just something you do. You're in now. You need, like I said, you need probation, you need sensitivity training, and you need to do a public apology. But we're not going to throw the gavel down on you as if this was racially motivated because you sing it to all the kids.
Yeah, we don't have all the facts. I'm sure
Yeah,
the
We
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
social media detectives got a thread on Facebook that got like her address, phone, like the extremists.
Oh gosh, I'm
Right.
not
Yes,
playing with this teacher. Oh my god! All right,
listen,
you guys
they
get your
don't
final
play
thoughts
on social
together
media.
because we went over. I'm gonna read the rest of these comments because we got a lot of comments. We don't got to respond to them, but I just wanted you guys to hear the comments. But get your final thoughts. I kind of think you guys did your final thoughts, but if you have any more final thoughts, we'll add to them and we'll close this out. This was a good conversation. Thank you, Goddess, for jumping on. You don't
You're
have to
welcome.
go nowhere because I want your final thought too. So hold on, let me get to this because again, Auntie had said every time we take a step back, they try to push us back 2 steps. Mama said they are culture vultures. They want our swag, but not our struggles. Auntie said not fire, but what's that training that they do? Sensitivity training. Yep, Auntie, that's it. Mama said you can't just fire a teacher anyway. They have tenure. And Tex said Kirk didn't lie. He just spread effed up narratives. He didn't give people grace outside of his race. Blacks can definitely be racist. My mama said 1985, no disrespect, but you are making excuses for bad behavior. Tex said, my mama definitely racist. She hate all YT folks, even when they do nothing. Mama said, he said when he gets on a plane, who is uncomfortable, what the F, wonders if they qualified races. Auntie said, we are all prejudiced to a point. We respect it. My son did it. Okay, you read that already, Goddess. Mama said it was an animal. They were not singing to a human. And Mama said he said black persons. Let's not sugarcoat it. And Auntie said, but his interpretation of DEI was that it's for black people. And Mama said, right to you, Auntie. And Auntie said Nick Cannon did that, and the community went after him. He had to apologize. She talked about when we were talking about the Jewish situation. Yeah, you can't go after them Jewish folks. They coming for you. Mama said a public apology is necessary. Auntie said she would learn not to film going forward. Baby Barack said again, we're willing to give everyone who violates us some grace, but they do not give us grace to the black teachers that were fired in Cobb County because of remarks about that guy who got smoked. Yeah. They didn't get no grace, but yeah, I got you, baby Barack. Mama said the question is why she recorded in the first place. That is a good question, but again, we talked about that. Maybe she does recordings for all of her students. Baby Barack said the remarks were made on their personal social media accounts, and they dug them out and fired them teachers. Baby Barack said why we gotta be on mute regarding how we feel about homie getting smoked. They didn't hold their tongues when it happened to Marco. Hell, even Trayvon. Mama said because she recorded it, it should be consequences unpaid. Baby Brock said they play on our fears of speaking out against them, but when they do it, they are exercising their free speech. Make it make sense. And Tara said she's also in the union, so there's rules to discipline. Mama said, right, Tara, won't allow unpaid leave. The teacher sounds like an airhead. Tara said parents should definitely sue, civil suit. Mama said sue the school system if no actions are taken. Teachers' actions seem suspect. Why record it if you're singing it to every child? Well, more details I'm sure will emerge. We won't hear the end of this now. All right, Goddess, we'll start with you since you are new to the chat and you are welcome back anytime. I loved your
Thank
perspective.
you.
What are your final thoughts to close out the show today?
My final thoughts are really not long. I want to thank everybody in the comments for engaging. It's all love and respect, especially from my end, and also to Mr. Clean Clean and to you, Dee Dee, for orchestrating this conversation. I mean, this is what it's all about. Having conversations, realizing where everybody's perspective is coming from and respecting it. You know what I mean? Because me and him could have been up here battling each other. Oh, well, I'm a mom and da-da-da-da. No, it's the same thing for her. You can express an idea, a feeling, a thought, an emotion, but you also have to be respectful of one another.
Yeah.
What you eat does not make me end up with the
Okay.
number two at the end of the day. But we have to protect our children at all costs. That baby needs to know that he is protected. He needs to know that he is safe. He needs to know that he's not a monkey. He needs to know that that is not okay. And he also needs to know that the internet aunties and uncle got your back.
Okay.
So we need to fill him up with love instead of arguing with one another. Let's find out how we could send that baby a card or, you know, something nice for him, a toy. Because that's what the YT people do when they folk get attacked, right? So
Yeah.
we have to learn how to support our own because we're not all going to get the results that we want. But as a group of people, as a community, we can support how we see fit. And can't nobody do nothing about it because we're not in a union, right?
That part. That part. Thank you. Go ahead, Clean Clean, aka 1985.
Yeah. No, man. No, I appreciate the conversation from Miss Goddess and you know, I my final thought is
Your phone, your phone, your phone.
oh, somebody
He might
somebody
be getting a call.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
my
got
bad. Somebody had tried to call me. But my final thought is like, yeah, as people, whether, you know, whatever race, you know what I'm saying? I think we need to, for one, we got to protect these kids, man. Like you know, I'm at my son's school every day. His teacher was at his birthday party. Like, you know, get involved with your kids because this type of stuff is not the only type of stuff they being subject to.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of other narratives being pushed and a lot of other things that they're being exposed to that they shouldn't be exposed to. um you know, and two, a lot of teachers are using your children for content on their social on their platforms,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta watch out for that too. You know,
Look for those permission slips. I look forward to it
yeah,
every year.
yeah, man. I saw a teacher playing City Girls for the little third grade girls in there twerking.
oh,
It's yeah, it's a wild world we live in.
no.
So when your kids are at these schools, be up there every day. Volunteer to go to every field trip, every little school day party, whatever. Be there to make sure they're in a good environment. If you see something that make you uncomfortable, you need to speak up. If nothing changed, then you need to take them out of that environment. So videos like this, you know, that like we were saying, that little boy going viral like this, man, might recognize him on the street now, or
Yeah,
you know, it's a
yeah.
lot of stuff that come with that. So you know, I wish, you know, him and his family some peace, man. And like we were saying earlier, they got a lawsuit if they want one, because I mean, they're not gonna be able to sue the teacher. Plus, the teacher ain't got no money anyway. So you gonna want to sue the school or the city. But yeah, just protect your kids, man. Watch out what they watching on these streaming platforms, because it's a lot on there. Watch out what's happening in their school. Keep an eye on their friends, who they hanging
Right.
out with. Just get involved with your kids, man. Like, deeply because it's dangerous out here. So to all the mothers and fathers out there, that's all I say, man, is just be involved with every aspect of your child's life so that stuff like this don't happen.
Yeah, because our kids will go out there and make us look like we not parenting them right. Because
Yeah.
30-second or less conversation. My son, when I went out of town to Atlanta one time, I got a call and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you. You're overseas." I said, "No, I'm not." Your son said you're in China. I said, "No, I'm not. I'm in Atlanta."
Oh my
But what's up
God.
though? She says, "Well, we just have to let you know that we had to, like, they did this without me even knowing. They did a threat assessment. They questioned him about his home life, all
Oh,
because my son told his friend because
Mm.
of something that he saw online that he had a AK-47 in his backpack."
Whoa, whoa,
Now, it
whoa.
was because of some game. You know how they get like the little things in the games and then it goes into a backpack. Well, the wrong child heard it and thought he meant in his actual backpack. Now,
oh
for
my.
me, it was kind of like a thing. He got a little tiny miniature backpack. What kind of AK-47 is in it? But I get it. So we have to be careful what our children are watching. We have to
Mhm.
tell them, look, whatever you say in this house, sometimes you got to keep certain stuff on the hush. Don't repeat everything you hear up in here.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got to know what's appropriate and what's not. You know what I mean? Like you said, dinner tables of other races or whatever. Of course, everybody talks about everybody, but know what to say, what not to say, and the environment in which you're saying it. That makes a big difference. Our dinner tables are not on YouTube.
Hello. Say it again.
Our dinner tables are not on YouTube. What we talk about in this house,
It's
stay
a
in this
fact.
house.
Okay. Mama said
Yeah.
thoughts. I'm suing every person involved. Positive affirmations. Baby Rock said to you got us. Preach, sis, deep. And Auntie said, absolutely. I just want to thank you two both for joining me once again. This will be up on YouTube later at youtube.com/IMDB Parker. So I
Oh, I
am.
didn't know that. Hey, YouTube.
Yes, I'm on YouTube. And you could have put your face, so your face, but we
I
got to
know I'm in the process of deep conditioning my hair. I look 50 shades of crazy.
It's okay. But it'll be up on YouTube. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. I'll probably podcast this one because this was a good one. So, all right,
Yay.
TGIF. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Good night,
Peace.
everybody.
Peace.
Again. Bye.